Jokic has been fantastic against the Wolves this season. 35 points a game on 38 minutes, shooting 65% from the field, 50% from three, about 2 makes on 4 attempts, averaging 15 rebounds
How
of
many
his career.
assists does he average?
The average against us or in general?
Against us.
11.3 this season, but 4.8 turnovers. He's a plus 9.8 against us. And it's going to be important for the Wolves to try to do something against Jokic. The problem with the Wolves and Jokic is that Rudy is a great rim protector, but he's not great against Jokic. He tends to kind of give up a lot of space when Jokic is backing down and try to recover over the top and try to block it or kind of get in Jokic's face on the attempt. So would you throw Randall on him when it's not working? I mean, is it going to be Nas? Would you throw a smaller guy on him? Would you even try Jaden on him? Although I would assume Jaden would be more likely on Murray because of all the fits that he gave him 2 years ago. But what do you do with Jokic? I mean, because we've seen what Rudy's going to do. I don't think anything's going to change on that end.
To Rudy's credit, I don't think he's played that much on Jokic, because even when we had Cat, we played Cat on Jokic and had Rudy play on Aaron Gordon. Last year, I know Randall was a big on Jokic. I would say it's going to be Randall, Nas, and Slow-Mo. I really like getting into the body of these types of players, like at the 3-point line, and just kind of keep a body on them and making it difficult. And, like I said, don't double. Like, if you're going to double, you're going to be doubling when he reaches the paint and he's taking a shot. But I think we just man up and take our lumps, let him go for 40. And you just hope you can hold Murray back.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Another big factor for them is Tim Hardaway Jr., which, I mean, you want to talk about potential sixth men of the year. Maybe he didn't have a strong enough start to the season, but he's been dynamite as kind of that third scorer for them. In fact, against us this year, he's lit us up 19 points per game, 55% from three, 61% from the field. And that's going to be huge. I was looking at for the season, the non-Jokic minutes, because that's always a huge factor for the Nuggets is playing without Jokic. And he's still the best in the league with the plus minus, obviously. But it's much less than the last season. In fact, this year, Jokic's plus minus, like I said, still very high, but 16.5. The last 3 years, it's been much higher. It's been in the 20s. Like last year, I think it was 21 plus 21. Year before that was 23, 24. So to the Nuggets' credit, the bench and guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Christian Braun, they've done better when Jokic, and maybe that's a lot of that Valanciunas as well, just a little bit of girth in there where they didn't really have a backup big, but they've done better with the bench when Jokic is not on the floor.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely Valanciunas is, he's a quality NBA big, no doubt about it. He's a big bruiser. He can do some of the stuff Jokic does. He's not just a bully. He's a decent passer. He seems like he's smart. He understands the game. Hardaway's the kind of guy that he's the type of guy that you get in trouble when you double. That's the guy that floats around and gets his open shots. And once he gets going, he can win a game for you if you're Denver. So he's dangerous, And then there's always guys like Aaron Gordon who can mess around and have a huge number too. So they're a tough team to play, and they are coached well, and they run a system that's been pretty consistent for almost a decade now, and it works. So it's not going to be an easy fight. We're going to have, our guys kind of hitting on all cylinders.
Like I was mentioning, the Nuggets, the best offense in the league. Interesting enough, 21st on defense. And really, and that sounds, 21st, not bad. But listen to the teams below them. The Bulls, Pelicans, Pacers, Nets, Bucks, Grizzlies, Kings, Jazz, Wizards. So really of the contending teams, of the teams that are trying basically in the second half of the season, they have the worst defense, and Anthony Edwards has actually been pretty good against the Nuggets so far this season, averaging 30 points a game, 46% from the field. Not too great from three. 25% from three, assists to turnover, pretty decent, 5-3, which, he'd like that better, but still. But yeah, 30 points a game for Ant against Denver. He always brings it in the playoffs. If you were to give some advice to Coach Adelman, what do you think they should do against Edwards? Do you think that they're going to blitz him? Do you think that they're just going to straight up play him one-on-one?
I would put Peyton Watson on him, but I would blitz him. Yeah, once he gets across half court, just take the ball out of his hands. I mean, that's the move that's worked against us. We don't have any real playmaker that's in a guard position or even a small forward position that can handle enough. So if you can get Anthony Edwards off the ball, now you've got Randall usually 35, 40 feet from the basket trying to create on a guy like Aaron Gordon. That's not good offense. Aaron Gordon's a solid defender. I would take – if Anthony Edwards brings the ball up across half court, I would stop him about at the half court line with two people and make the Timberwolves adjust off that.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, it is going to be a lot on Randall, and the tape is out on Anthony Edwards. Now, he has this offseason gotten a lot better at kind of his closing attack, hitting big shots down the stretch. But, I mean, if you could take him out of the game to the point where that doesn't matter, I mean, that can be a huge advantage for the Denver Nuggets.